Okay. This is the Unify G3 Instant. The most insanely stupidly priced camera that I cannot get more of because I want more and I can't get them. What's up YouTube, Jason here with Byte My Bits, and in today's video I want to talk about the Unify G3 Instant. This is a camera that they sent to me eons ago and I completely forgot to do a review on, and it's something that I've really actually kind of wanted to talk about because of the size, the usefulness, and more importantly, the price. Just bear in mind that yes, Unify sent this to me, and yes, I am calling this stupid, but it's more of an in-jest comment where I am basically saying, is this worth $29? Like, should have been worth $49 maybe, so it doesn't sell out as fast? Right now, the G3 Instant can be found on various other websites like Amazon for upwards of $75, which a little pricey. I would have went with 50 bucks, but hey, at least you can buy it. On the Unify website themselves, this is listed at $29. So for $29, you can get a Unify branded camera that actually works. I've had this for a while and I had to actually go back through and like find all the pieces and the parts that go to it because it's just been kind of like, you know, lost. So before I dive into the stuff that comes with it, let me just give you some basic parameters, the specs of what this camera is capable of doing. As I said, this is Unify G3 Instant. It is a 1080p 30 frames per second dual Wi-Fi band camera. It is only Wi-Fi, by the way. There's absolutely no way to hardwire this camera at all. Just not gonna happen. It has a 133-degree wide-angle lens and it supports two-way audio, meaning it has not only a microphone, but a speaker, which is crazy. $29, two-way audio. And the audio doesn't really suck. It's actually useful. Yes, it's an indoor camera, so you don't get the wind noise and all that other stuff, but it's actually useful. Dog and cat is fighting. Feel better? I can't believe it. It's stupidly priced. And yes, it is USB powered, so you can't hardwire it or anything, but you can get a power over Ethernet to USB converter, either through Unify or really any generic brand that just supplies a normal USB Type-C, 5-volt power to it. Yeah, 5-volt, 1.5 amp. If you can do that with a USB-C, anything's possible. PoE to USB adapters are really readily available anywhere, so you don't necessarily have to have a Unify brand. Now, this is designed to easily integrate with the Unify Protect ecosystem, so you can just install it, you can use your phone. Honestly, I've had this thing for so long, the setup process was so long ago, I didn't record any of that, but it's like you set up your phone, you get the Bluetooth connection, it automatically recognizes, and before you know it, everything's up and running. It's just super easy to use. You can set up the smart detection, you can set up zones, you can do all the normal stuff that you would do on a regular camera. The only thing this does not have is any kind of built-in artificial intelligence, which is fine. It's $29 freaking, so, I don't expect bells and whistles like that. That's where they want you to use something like the Unify Protect system in order to give you those motion alerts and, additional features. Although the features are limited. It's a basic camera. This is one of those cameras that if you want to put in places of your house, like I've put this behind the camera, watching the studio. I've had it there for a while. It's been fantastic, very basic coverage, but with the 133-degree wide-angle lens, even though you get a little bit of a fisheye view, it's just been perfect. I want to get one of these to put upstairs in the living room, just mount it at the top of the ceiling wall area, drill a tiny little hole for the USB, and use a PoE adapter to power it from my switch. And yes, before any of you ask, I do have a UDM Pro and I have been using the Unify Protect system because I want to do reviews. I have this one and another G4 camera that I'm going to do a review on. So I have been using that system with an 8 terabyte hard drive just to kind of see how the interface works, how the motion detection works. Also, kind of like a backup recording thing. Not that I really need it, but in the future, if I do want to install the G4 somewhere that it's going to be a little bit more crucial data and I do want to record all the time to a backup location, I can do that. But it also supports RTSP streams, not just one, it supports three different versions of RTSP. You have a high, a medium, and a low. That means that you can hook it up to things like Blue Iris, which I have done, and you can, distinguish, hey, do you want the high setting with the full quality, or do you want to drop it down a notch? And since I pretty much use Blue Iris as my main driving security camera system, that's why I'm like really attracted to this, because I can install this, like let's say upstairs in the living room to monitor what's going on there, and well, with the available attachments, this screws right into the back. Let's see if I can do this real quick. This screws right into the back, and then you can move this thing around. So imagine this is a wall that has fingers, right? You can move this thing all around. You can adjust it. You can do all kinds of things with it, all on your wall, right? Put this on your ceiling and not get the angle because it's not gonna work, but then you can kind of sort of, okay, you can't put it on your ceiling, but still, this goes right to the wall, super out of the way. I mean, like, how great is that? The thing is tiny as heck. Then all you have to do is screw this into the wall. This goes right into the back right here, right? There we go. It's installed. Super simple installation. You can hook that into your wall. And then all you have to do is like drill a hole of some sort in order to get the USB cable to come in through here, little slot at the bottom, right in through there. So you can have a tiny little hole, boom, powers it into the wall. If you really want to wire it through your wall, you really want to use a PoE adapter, and you really want to run that USB cable down through your wall, let's say out of the attic, and then up high somewhere in your living room, this could be a super simple installation. Or if you want to go old school and lazy and totally what I did, you can use the included AC to USB adapter, which they do include. The PoE to USB adapter, they do not include. That's sold separately. But hey, for $29, what do you expect? Stupid cheap. Stupid cheap. So with all that said and out of the way, what do I really think about this camera? Well, it's stupid cheap and super functional. I have literally powered this off of a USB power source, strapped it to an RC car, drove the RC car through my ceiling floor in between the main level and the basement, and pulled cables with the RC car, using this as like a little camera attached to the front so I knew where I was going. Like, that's how ridiculously portable and usable this thing can be. Yes, I do want to install this upstairs in the living room, but I also want to hardwire it. That way the cable is not obviously apparent. So it's going to take a little bit for me to want to drill into the wall, run that little USB cord, get the staple to the wall, get everything set up, and then maybe try to hide the hole that comes with it. But, that's in the works. I guess you can install it like this, run the cable down and kind of just be a little hidden. And no, you cannot put this thing outside. It has no waterproofing, anything, like the speaker, nothing. It is not weather resistant, so don't even try it. They have a G3 Flex, I believe is what it's called. That's outdoor rated. Gonna cost a little bit more. I have no idea what that camera's like, don't have it to test it, but this one is an indoor only camera. My only gripe really is that it's only scalability. If you're running a hardwire PoE to USB adapter to the camera in order just to power it on, but you still have to go and use Wi-Fi in order to connect to it, like I kind of sort of understand. I mean, it's only $29. What do you expect? It just would be nice that if you are going to go out of your way to run a wire to power this, so you don't have this wall wart sticking up somewhere on your wall and this wire running up the wall to power it, making it just a complete eyesore. Like if you're going to go through all that, why not have the option for data to be transferred through the USB-C? I don't know if that's physical or like actually possible, but that would be nice. Less reliancy on a Wi-Fi connection, and when you try to scale it up, and let's say you want to add like 5 of these things to your house, not only do you have to make sure that you have a good Wi-Fi coverage in every area that you want to put this camera, but you also have to make sure that you have a good enough wireless access point in order to handle these multiple cameras, along with everything else running in your house, laptops, phones, tablets, etc. So that's really the only downside, running a bunch of different Wi-Fi cameras in your house and, basically potentially bottlenecking your system depending on your setup and where the cameras are located. If you have Blue Iris or some kind of a third-party system that uses the RTSP protocol in order to connect to cameras like this would work perfectly for you. If you're involved in the Unify ecosystem and you have Unify Protect running, this thing is going to run like a champ. You can pull it up on your phone. You can pull it up on your Unify Protect software in the web interface. I mean, super easy to use, super easy to set up. No complaints there. If you want to go out and buy one right now using the links in my description down below, you're either going to pay a premium for it through Amazon, or you're going to be put on a waiting list through the Unify website and just kind of sort of hope that more comes in stock. Now, this is probably really not Unify's fault. I mean, production on everything has come to a halt thanks to the, the beer flu. But still, when and if these things ever become in full mass production and are actually available for everyone to purchase, I would highly recommend checking them out. Get at least one if you have anything indoor that you want to keep monitored. So if you guys have any questions, comments, concerns, and/or complaints, please post those in the comment section down below. As always, thank you for watching, like and subscribe, and you have yourself a great day.